All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a good topic I want to talk about, and that is being able to remain disciplined as day traders. Okay, it is one thing that we, as most traders, struggle with on a daily, and that is following the principle set of rules or regiment. Outline our trading plans. Okay, we kind of deviate from time to time from that, and we all know what happens when we do so. So I want to talk about remaining disciplined as a trader today. Okay, but before we jump into that, I want to talk about show you a trade entry that I took. Cover that. It was on the ES just a short bit ago. Yes, we have news today, kind of back to back with the Fed chair speaking. Had consumer, I believe, sentiment was a little bit earlier this morning. So, and then we have, I believe, another chair representative speaking at 11, and then another news event following up this afternoon. So today is a pretty impactful day. So be careful if you're trading today. But let's jump into the ES, because the trade that I took was primarily off of the my 12 range chart. Okay, those that follow the channel. And if you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and sub below. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. The videos on the channel here are packed with good information and valuable content that you would definitely find useful if you're a supply and demand style trader, because I trade supply and demand on the daily. And if you don't know anything about supply and demand, you probably, I'm pretty sure, going to pick up a lot of information, good valuable information that's going to aid you in the direction in which you probably are going to want to become a supply and demand trader. Okay, we have a great Discord filled with lots of community members that trade supply and demand on the daily and are doing fairly well themselves. So if you don't believe me, come over and join the Discord by finding the link down in the description portion of the video. But not to toot my horn, I just want to let you guys know that the purpose of the reason why I created this channel was primarily, and those that already know, was to provide information and content to help others. Okay, because I believe ultimately that's what we are designed as people to do, is to help our fellow just members in general, people in general out, especially those that are have the same interests or inspired to do the same thing, and as traders. Okay, this is a business and we have to make the best of it. And so that's the reason why I started, was really to help people along. But outside of that, guys, I just wanted to share valuable content, valuable information, share the knowledge, the wisdom that I have upstairs here, and share it with other individuals that are looking to, make a dollar or two in this business as well. Okay, and not just so much, trying to just do this, one lick at a time and be done with it, or whatever the case is, thinking you're going to get rich and be out of it. The purpose of me doing this was because I have invested my time and everything and who I am as a person into this. I spent many years perfecting a strategy that works. So, go ahead and sub to the channel and watch some of the videos. Okay, spend time watching the videos. I can almost assure you, if you spend lots of time, take mental notes, flashcards, hard written notes, rewatch the videos, you're going to pick up things that are probably going to change the way you look at trading and start to put you in a profitable direction. At least I hope so. Okay, but without further ado, let's talk about the trade that I did take. Was right here. It was a supply zone setup, or supply trade that I took going short. Okay, now basically I talk about and place a lot of emphasis around, you guys know I'm going to say, market structure, because without market structure, you're not going to be able to read the market. Okay, I mean, it is imperative. It's just like being able to pick up a book, your favorite novel, whatever the case is, and reading it and grasping the storyline, what the author is trying to relay in the message, and being able to follow the central points of a story. Same thing when it comes to trading. We have to be able to look and understand what are the banks and institutions really trying to do, because there's hidden games all throughout the charts. Okay, so they have an end all goal of stopping traders out, collecting money, and then it's just setting up traps. Okay, and that's the way they make their money. All right. So being able to read the markets, following market structure is very imperative, as well as following price action. Okay, so if I could give you two, to take away everything, strip everything down, and give you two of the most important tidbits of information, it would be understand market structure if you're a beginner trader, as well as being able to read price action. Do those two things, and you'll be more than way more than halfway there. 70% or more there. Okay, outside of that is just the simple process of being able to develop a trading plan and a strategy to follow. But okay, let's get back to what I was talking about so I can talk about discipline for a little bit. Okay, so the trade I took was, it unfolded for me like this, okay? I saw the market opening up, well, into the overnight session, I saw was making higher highs and higher lows, okay? Again, this is a lower time frame chart, a 12 range chart, and I took my trade specifically from this. Did I look at my higher time frame? To be honest with you, I did not, because I and you too can look for setups even on a lower time frame, but do not think that they're going to be long-lived trades. Just scout what you see and move on, okay? So what I saw was the price of the market making higher highs and higher lows to the upside here. Now, this right here was a demand setup. That happened at 2 something in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't take it. I wasn't awake, but it was moving into the London session, in which if I was someone that was trading, this would have been a great trade to get into. Break of the candle in the opposite direction. Break of the candle means rejection for me, and I would have gotten into that trade to clear the tops right here, or the previous high at here at 43.92. So you got in that trade right there. Primarily you could have got in here at 82.5, or wait for the break above 84, and you're solid. Okay. Another pullback right here, demand right here. You could have gotten to the trade here at around 43.99.5 and taking it to the top end right here, 44.05. So these was 2 solid golden demand setups right here. So the market continued moving to the upside here, making higher highs and higher lows. Then it folds right here, and it starts to break structure to the downside. Okay, so my mind and my sentiment shifts from being bullish or looking for entries to go long to looking for shorts, right? But then we got a shift again. The market turned back around, started pushing higher, and just followed suit with the continuation of making higher highs. This was a deep retracement, boom, broke to the upside. So my mindset is still at that point. Once we get the break above 44.15.5, I'm still thinking about long entries off the lower time frame. Okay, I'm not taking the higher time frame in consideration. But I will say this, and I've said this before: if you are a beginner trader and you're looking for, when it comes to probability, look, I said this and I'm going to continue saying this. If you're new trading and a beginner trader, be very patient and trade in the direction of the higher time frame, meaning having confluence on the higher time frame, confluence on the lower time frame. When you got 2 paired charts that are moving in the same direction and you're looking for setups to go long, if we're in a bullish market on both setups, on both charts, then look to go long, then that gives you more confluence. As you become more experienced, you'll find opportunities where you can take scalps off of a lower time frame solely without having to follow suit with the higher time frame. I'm not suggesting you do that if you're a beginner or a new trader. Trust me, be very careful. Okay. So then I saw price, it was pushing higher here, and then it turned back around. Okay. Turned back around to the downside, took out a bit of what I like to call internal structure right here. This swing to the upside, let me show it to you right quick for all those that may be new to watching, so I can move forward. We got a high here, a low here, and then a higher high here. Then the market turns back around. We have a small area right here that price broke, so it broke structure to the downside when it closed below 43.98 3/4. So it broke this area here. So at that point, I was looking for a pullback. I marked my supply zone right here. Price pulls back to it. Then what I did was, I said if we get the break of the candle in the opposite direction or get rejection at the zone right here, you could actually scale down to your full range chart at this point and be looking for what I like to call like a little zipper or a M structure formation to where price is wicking out at the zone. That is a sign of rejection, guys, okay, on the lower time frame, okay? Like on the full range chart, all right? But I didn't do that. I just looked for the break of the candle in the opposite direction. But one thing I did look at before I got into the trade was I saw this supply zone right here, okay? And what I noticed to the left-hand side of the chart was that there were imbalances of gaps right here. So I said, if we get rejection right here, my aim is going to be for price to come down here to 43.95 and 3/4. Now I'm going to show you the trade because I posted it on Discord that I took while I was in the trade. So let me go ahead and pull the Discord over. Again, if you're interested in joining our Discord server in the community there, I'm going to show it to you, but you can find the link down in the description portion of the video. Where's the trade at? Okay, here it is right here. Bring it over my chart now. Oh, not my chart, but my the screen here. Right here was the trade I took. See it? That was the same trade that I just showed you. This was the supply zone right here. Price tapped into it. I got in at 44.01 and took out right here at 96. Okay, so I think I scalped out for like 4.5 points or something like that, maybe close to 5 points. But good solid trade entry right there, going short. So those are things you need to be mindful of are the market structure and following price action. Okay. Yes, we do have news. Don't criticize whatever the case is. Most people probably aren't trading today because of the back-to-back news events. But look, I waited till 10 o'clock. I knew we had news there. Then 15, 20 minutes later, I'm looking at, I saw this setup right here. So I said, well, I'm going to take it because the market wasn't too volatile, So I went ahead and took my shot and took the entry shortly after news, okay? About 20 minutes after the news event. Okay, so what's next? Not sure. Just have to follow, again, market structure and look at price action, see what it's doing. We have lows sitting out here today at 43.79.5. So price, as you can see, is testing that area now. Right now on the lower time frame, I would be mindful and more so have let me see here, a bearish outlook is what I'm trying to say, all right? But the higher time frame may be showing something different. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at the higher time frame right now, which is my 60 range chart. And even looking at the 60 range, and we're broken structure here to the downside here. So I guess I'm bearish outlook on both charts, when it comes to the overall market. You see here, we've been bearish coming down here, making lower lows and lower highs. We did get a turnaround point around August 18th where it started making higher highs and higher lows. Back up to the upside here, taking out structure here, but then it folded and started taking out structure back down to the downside. So this could have been just a deep retracement to push lower, okay, possibly. So right now I have a more so of a bearish outlook, okay. So, but let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about discipline, because it's very important that we as traders on every single day, okay, if you're going to take interest in this business or opportunity of trading, just like anything else in life, you have to become disciplined in order to become great at what we do, right? It unfolds. And I always talk about, just don't jump into something because you're following or chasing the money. Allow the passion. Do what you want to do. Treat this more so as a hobby, because that's what it was to me, was for me to be able to find something that I enjoy doing or like to do. And it became a hobby. And when you find something that becomes a hobby to you, that you love to do, then the money's going to follow, because then you become great at it, right? But in order to be disciplined, we have to follow or create a set of rules and for ourselves, and that's your trading plan, okay? Put together a solid trading plan, and that trading plan is just a simple set of things that you want to follow on a daily. From the moment you get up, the things you do to prepare yourself before you start to even sit down and look at your chart. Then when you sit down and look at your chart, the things that you do while you're sitting in front of your screens, and that could be going back and looking at yesterday's session, few days prior to sessions, or whatever the case is, just looking at the overall structure of the market. And I always like to start from the higher time frame and move down, okay? So it's the higher time frame scaling down type technique or analysis to get a overall scope or picture of what the market is ultimately trying to do. And then from there, I start marking my zones for supply and demand. I trade supply and demand. So that's part of what my rules are that I put within my trading plan itself, things that I follow on a daily. And you want to stay, in order for you to be, consistent, okay, you want to follow those set of rules that you put together for yourself, okay? You have to remain disciplined throughout the trading session, throughout the day, so because it affects you mentally if you do not follow your trading plan. Then you start messing up, and then you start taking trades that are not as good. Then that starts to mess with you mentally to where you're not being consistent. So when you follow what you put together for yourself and it works for you, and you've tested it and it continues to work for you, stick with it, okay? It's just important, guys. Discipline, just like anything else in life, is what allows us and makes us become better people. So you take that same thing and you apply it to your professional world, okay, and what you do every day. So discipline, consistency, they all kind of come hand in hand, but one doesn't work without the other, I should say it like that, okay? So but allow that trading plan to be the key for you to be able to remain disciplined when it comes to trading on the daily, all right? Because you can make one simple error of going outside of those rules, or like I said this before, thinking that you're taking or getting into a great setup, and then the market, smacks your hand real hard, and then you look at yourself and you had no one to blame but yourself because you went against your own your own set of rules. Okay, so be disciplined. All right, be very disciplined. Um, Lots of traders and people that are irrational thought and thinking, they have a hard time trading. So I don't know how to provide a solid answer for those individuals who are, fly off the cuff type people that are very irrational, that aren't able to really spend time analyzing, breaking things down. I'm very analytical, so that's my thing. It's like I'm always constantly breaking even the smallest things down. So you have to be very analytical in this business to be able to break things down to understand what's going on in front of you. All right. I think that trading fares well with people who are analytical. Okay, because you make logical decisions based upon what you see. All right. So again, if you're someone that's irrational and thought, everything is going to look good to you and appetizing, regardless of the setup, because then you start taking risky trades that, for one, most traders like that are chasing the market, and because they're putting the dollar before what's more important, being patient. And patience, if I could take, just strip everything down and tell you one rule or principle or psychological feat that most people struggle with the most, is the fact is being patient. Patience is the key in this. Some days we may just see one great setup and we take it. Some days may be 3, 4, 5, 6 setups. It just depends. But patience is the golden key. You have to sit back, put your hands in your lap, and wait. Go ahead and mark your zones. And then just like a tiger, attack when you see price pull back to those areas once we get the rejection. I'm not saying as soon as we get there, okay? So, but that's the key, guys. Okay, so you're going to have to work on yourself, because one of the biggest things that most people or traders are affected by is themselves. Okay, we are the roadblock, the barrier, the brick wall to allowing us to be successful. Okay, we have to work on the internals on the inside of us to become better, and we have to figure out what it is that's standing in our way, and work through each and every step of it. Okay, so do these things. Allow yourself some time. If you struggle with certain psychological issues, if you struggle with being patient, if you're just not a disciplined person, I'm not saying you can't overcome it, but do these things before you switch over and start going live. You can demo the heck out of, and it's free to practice, and practice. Stay in demo mode until you perfect it and are able to. Just because you have a solid strategy to use, I always talk about the biggest feat, which is more than probably 90% of what stands in the way, is the mental here, the psychological things that affect us the most. So before you make that transition to go live and start putting real money on the line, stay in demo until you corrected or fixed, ironed out all the kinks, even including the internal parts of you that you see that you struggle with on a daily, to become a successful trader. Okay. But that's all I want to share with you guys today. I'm going to continue look at the market for a little bit here, see what it unfolds. We just got to break a structure here to the downside right here. So let me take a look. So the market could possibly swing back. Let's see, up to this area right here. I mean, this would be a good. I'm gonna put this line right here, this red one, right around this. I'm gonna move this purple line out the way. Somewhere in here, it puts us slightly above this high volume area here, to look for possibly a short. Okay, because we got to break a structure to the downside right here. If you can't see it, I draw it for you right here, and this is going to be it for me in this video. Price pulls back, break a structure to the downside. Okay, big retracement, breaking lower, breaking structure, breaking lows right here. And if price pulls back to this area right here, then I'll look for some rejection. But that's all I want to share with you guys. Again, if you're interested in joining the Discord and come over and join a good community to where you could the channel on the trading floor, the channel on the Discord, I'm gonna say this, it's called the trading floor, and that's where we as traders come together and we post screenshots of our entries and trades. And I feel as if it's a great learning tool, as well as other community members love it because they're on this channel on the server every single day. They come to it. We will all flock to it because this is like it is. That's why it's titled the trading floor, because we come together collectively and we place our trades and we share them. and traders ask questions if they don't quite understand someone's trades, and someone, that trader may explain. So it's a good opportunity to be able to come over and learn just as well. And there's a channel as well called the General Chat. So if you're someone that's new to the futures markets, primarily we trade the index futures here, but it's new to futures. Come over and you can join you can, kind of dabble in the general chat area and ask questions. If you are someone that's new and you're seeking information, you can come over and do so as well. But that's pretty much all I have, guys. That's all I'm going to say in this video here. I just want to talk a little bit and touch base on discipline and let you know that it is a very critical point or thing that we need to stay mindful of. And as long as we allow it to stay intact and follow our simple set of principles or rules that we put together for ourselves, you remain disciplined, okay? And you're not going outside of your means, and it works in our favor, as long as we do so, okay? It's just the moment when we step outside and start to do things that we know are and you know it too. You know it when you take a trade and you say, oh, I shouldn't have taken that trade because I just didn't follow my simple set of rules. And then that's when you get smacked on the hand or possibly even get burnt or even blow an account. But that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Please do me a favor and drop a like on the video. Hopefully you found some value in this content of this video today. And that's going to be it, guys. Again, if you haven't taken the time to sub, please take the time to go ahead and click on the sub button down below. But just wanted to give you a rundown of my first trade today and talk a little bit about discipline. Take care.